1 2 1 2 1 2. One two one two one two. Hi all. It's been a few days now, I'm ashamed to admit, but I have been extremely busy with the family and personal life, but I'm still here trying to show consistency, and I'm still pushing the PC to its limits. I've added a few more things into the mix. I've added NVIDIA broadcast because the headphones I've got is the Gigabyte, the latest one that's out, and it's amazing. It blocks out full sound on the outside and still maintain quality on the inside. I'm still learning about the headphones. It's just amazing. Plus, you're not going to believe this, I'm not in 8K anymore. I'm in 6K. And still, I'm producing quality out of this world. I do believe I'm in the Icarus, and I'm still doing Death of a Spaceman. But what's unique about Death of a Spaceman, because I've been doing it so for 2 months now, I've got a total insight on the difference of the game. Death of the Spaceman is real. It's really, really real. But to explain it, it cannot be done in 5 minutes. So I'll start with the simple basics. Can you die in Star Citizens? No, you cannot. How do you die? Well, like I says, you don't. Basically, if you get into an accident, you lose parts of your body. End of story. You lose parts of your body. You could lose an arm. You could lose a leg. You could lose any part of your body depending on the severity of the accident at the end of the day. You can donate parts from other bodies, including bionic arms, bionic eyes and whatnot, until there's no part of your body left. Okay? To then become a total machine. It says how long you want to stay in that body as your body decays. It doesn't decay because at the end of the day, that's the way it is. So, what does Death of a Spaceman consist of? When you're not happy and there's nothing left, it's going to be a character reset. That means you start again from the beginning and everything started afresh, but you will not be character 1, you'll be character 2 with a full grown body. But like I said, at the end of the day, playing Death of a Spaceman, I'm learning all the time of the characters. I had an idea about it in the beginning, but still, I wasn't too sure. But the more I play with it, the more understanding I get of it. There's a whole lot to add into this. AI, single player, multiplayer, a whole lot. Now, I do a lot in this game, content creation, everything. But what is priority, most of all, is staying alive. So anything I do in Star Citizens, Death of a Spaceman comes first. So when it comes to stream sniping or people being hijacking, at the end of the day, it's part of the game. It's what you choose to be, whatever you want to be in the game. I'm a fugitive, but I have a heck of a lot more roles behind me, and at the end of the day, I need a crew, because the crew will be how long I survive, but it all comes down to trust, because at the end of the day, everybody is special. We're all stars in our own rights. But when you start letting down your crew and your comrades, they will let you down. Because this game is actually stressful under the means. Now, today, I don't know what I want to be in the game. There is a lot of shimmering, there's a lot of background interference, but I've been through it so many times in the past, it's hard to explain. At the moment, I'm not happy with my stats. My native at the moment is 15 frames per second to a maximum of 120. And the FPS at the moment is 15, which you can see. but I'm streaming at the moment, so it might be choppy. Now, I do have redundancy, looking at the GPU, of about 80%. 80%. Now I'm also using lossless scaling to bump up my frames per second so it's playable in the game. But what makes it so unique, this PC that I've got is so powerful, I can do a heck of a lot more than what the average player can actually do on the one PC. I've got server error at the moment. Now, I've not been on there for a couple of days, but it's been drawn to my attention. You got the free fly on. Now, for you normal guys, this is not playable. But I've got so much bandwidth and so much redundancy, I have nothing to worry about. Because persistence is in the game. So I'm just going to sit here and wait and yawn. I am trying to bring up my native frame rate because it's showing 15 at the moment. So on streaming, that's what you might be getting, which is too low for streaming. But I am in 6K at the moment, streaming in 4K. I might have to drop the streaming to 2K just to bring it up to a minimum of 30. I know it's all I am going to turn up my frames. If you look at the top, you see where it's got FPS of 30. But if you look where it says GPU, I've got a redundancy of average about 80%. I want to try and push that to 90. YouTube is not receiving enough video. I've got to drop something. YouTube. I'm looking for lossless scale at the moment. It's a lot of playing about I've got to do here. Let's do that again. I know what it is. In the Nvidia, I've got everything at max. It don't like it. So for this stream, until I restart the stream, I might have to go down to 2K just to bring up my native to 30. But I'm going to try it on 4K first. I don't think I've got any frame generation on this at all. DLL 100%. There is no frame gen on this. The only frame gen that I've actually got is on the lossless scaling, but the noise in the background from these headphones is blindingly, it's deafening. All these artifacts is now that are coming in is actually making me literally sick. This is not good. The quality is good, but I don't like anything on it at the moment. I'm gonna go back to 8K for the minute. It cannot play in this mode at all. I'm getting 7 frames native. I'm hoping it don't crash. I've just remembered where I am. And that's because I don't know where I am. I'm getting 1 frames per second. I've not seen 1 frame. Why? Get out of the seats? It cannot play in this mode. I'm trying to think of how to turn it down before I have problems. If I can make it to the bedroom, I'm going to reset all my settings to basics, to what I'm used to, and work from there. I know what's causing this problem. It's the microphone. Right, 4K. That's one start. Well, it's acceptable in this mode. It's just that I just can't. That's not shimmering. Well, you see this mode, I don't think you guys can actually see it, but seriously, this mode is actually making me sick. Well, believe it or not, 6K is okay, but the native frames at the moment is 15. I need to get the native above 30. One second. Hi there, you got no name on your name. TWOS. Yeah, at this moment I've not been on for a few days, and I'm actually pushing lossless scaling, DLSS, that's lossless, yeah, DLSS A, and frame generation, but it's making me really sick. But the priority, I'm also doing Death of a Spaceman. So Death of a Spaceman takes priority because I'm not supposed to die in the game, and that's because of persistence. But at the moment, believe it or not, it's actually making me literally sick. That's because everything's maxed out at the moment, you see. You won't see that properly. 1 minute, because you'll see at 15 frames per second native. Oh, wait a minute. Oh, he's not on live here. 1 second. Actually, it's a mess. I'm going to have to log out just to get the frames up past 30 on the streaming. Right, well, just 1 minute. I'm trying to freeze this. Now I'm having trouble understanding what you're saying now. Your last text was DCS FA 18 VR pilots is taking time. Clarify what you mean exactly. because I am working on VI in a very strong way, but I will be going into the Samsung Galaxy XR. There's a lot that I want to do, but I've got to wait until it actually comes into the UK because of warranty issues. I can get one from another country. I've been here within a couple of weeks, but when you're pushing these systems to past its limits, it will break, and then it becomes a warranty issue. Wait a minute. Then it becomes a warranty issue. Then I've got to send it off. I've got to wait for weeks for it to come back. But at the moment, I'm really having problems. I need to get the frame rates up. The frame rates are really bad. I'm going to have to log out of the game, then log back in. But I'm going to try and keep the stream. No, I'm going to try and keep the streaming up. You see, it's working here, but it's just too low. This needs frame generation, but it needs it pumping up on the the 1% lows in its 70s. No, on the streaming it's terrible. It's horrible on streaming. I'm going to have to log out of the game, but I'm going to leave the streaming there running. Okay. And so I can get everything back to native. So the point is, when you've not played for a few days, you actually forget where you are in the game. And then you start pushing all these silly things without testing it. It works, but it doesn't work. And now I've got to go back to the beginning and put everything to what does work. Right now I'm looking for the logging off button. I'm logging off, but I'm trying to keep the stream there going, okay? Okay, that part's done. Quick game. Sorry about the black screen, I'm in the NVIDIA setting at the moment, trying to reset everything as quickly as possible. Without losing the stream. And the reason I've chosen to do it this way is because I don't like stopping and starting streamings, and when you look in your left hand side, all you see is about 1,000 peppers doing nothing, crashing and all that kind of rubbish. This is not the game's fault now, okay? This is actually working on the settings to make it better. But I also use my streamings as a reference. Super sampling. System fallback, I guess I want that. $120. No, turn that off. I'm almost there. Now let's see what I have now. Well, it's a lot better, but the native is still below 15 frames. So this is definitely to do with the NVIDIA app now. Something somewhere is capped. It's definitely not there. It's in the NVIDIA app itself. That's where the fault is. So about the black screen where I have to actually literally turn off the game to do things in the NVIDIA app and then restart Star Citizens. But like I said before, I don't want to keep starting the OBS because it's not fun. not when you've actually started streaming. Well, none of this is fun really, but you know what I mean. I'm in the Star Citizens OBS now of the NVIDIA. And I'm just looking at these settings. These settings I do recognize and they're okay. Dynamic. Up to 6th gen, that's okay. Maximum refresh rate. That's okay. Let's go ultra performance. Smoothness off. Low latency on ultra. It says it should do it on off actually. That's okay. That should be okay. I'm going to maximize that. Take that off. Take that off. That off. That stays on. Now I hope this works. I thought not playing the game for a couple of days and getting back into it is hard, but when you're used to a certain set of quality and it's not showing that, it's going to take a couple of days to do that first. Quality first, then gameplay after. And what I need to do is just get the game back to basic settings on the graphics. Basically, I'm used to playing in 8K, not in 4K and not in 6K. But the ideal refresh rate at the end of the day is 6K, and I want to do it at 120 Hz and the highest frame possible. Preset M? I don't use M. How did it go into M? I play in L mode. First things first. I know that's wrong for a start, but I'm not going to be messing with that just yet. Let's see what I've got on raster scaling. Well, I'm not having this because I know at the moment you're getting 15 frames per second, because that's what it's showing on my monitor and streaming. So I really don't know what's causing this at the moment. And if I can't stream, I can't play, because everything I do in the game has to be streamed and documented, you see. So what I'm going to have to do, I could be here all day, I am going to have to stop the stream and get the stream back to its native 30 frames per second. So I'm sorry about that, you guys. Let me see what else have I done that I'm not supposed to. 1 minute. I'm using 2 monitors here. I'm used to only using 1 monitor. Okay, alright. Just give me a minute. Let's turn all this off. Still not accept. 26. It's still not acceptable. I think I can do it without stopping the stream. I'll try one more time. I do believe I'm still streaming. Okay. And I'm setting the end video back to normal. And work backwards from there. Everything now native. Right, RGB 12-bit, that's okay. The NVIDIA app is being reset. I need to go into the 3D settings. See, by rights, when there's so much settings to do, you should do one at a time. That's called hit and miss, in my eyes. I'm now doing the DSA factor in the NVIDIA control panel because I want it set to native 6K resolution, and then I can upscale it to 8K or I'll bring it down to 4K. I do believe that's set at the moment. Now I can set my scaling to 6K. Now I'm going to check to see if the OBS is still working. It seems to still be recording, that's okay. The reason why I'm doing this because sometimes doing it offline and coming back on, you miss something. And like I said earlier, I know it's a bit tedious, but so many different streams stopping and starting is not pleasant. It's just best to have the one and spend the one trying to get everything done at the same time. Now let's get into the NVIDIA app. We're in global here now. I want performance. Oh, wrong one. So start from the top. DLSS override. Frame generation. I want it on B set. Super resolution. I want it on L, because I'm using a 5090. Recommended. I know you can't see this, but I'm actually saying it in the background, which I also have to do it in the background because it's not set where I can do it on stream because I've got things I want to protect at the same time. So I've got to say it out loud, like I'm thinking out loud, so when I'm off screen or on stream, at least I've got some record. Right, okay. I'm in L preset. Okay, now DLSS override frame generation. This is the dynamic. There's two types. There's dynamic and there's fixed. The dynamic is the best one to use for me. Why? Because if it gets intensive, it turns it down and turns it up. It's like an automatic gearbox on a car. On loss of scaling, it's fixed. On NVIDIA, it's automatic. So I've got it in 6th gen at the moment, and I do believe 6th gen is too high. But I can also set this so it doesn't go too high, but I'm going to leave it on max. I think that's where the problem is at the moment, because remember, I'm also using lossless scaling. Because I've been using lossless scaling for such a long time, to revert back to an automatic car, it's like driving 1 foot. You know what I mean? It does get a bit, well, as I said, you start again from scratch on the hit and miss bases, you know what I mean? Image scaling off. I want the sharpening on, but I'm not touching nothing here at the moment. Show indicator. Oh, I've got to have it on to show that. What does this mean? This I want to actually see. I'm going to have it off for now. That was a max, no it wasn't. Monitoring G-Sync technology. Leave that off. Maximum performance. That's okay. Power management. Maximum performance. Dynamic. I think this is where the problem is. I got it on. HDR I want on. This is a new one. Shader cache. Oh no, it's not a new one. You see, here it clears the cache, but when it clears the cache, it's got to load it back in. That causes frame lag and everything to go with it, because it's got to load in. But because I've got an SSD using RAID 0, the 990 Pro at Gen 5 speed, I should not have a problem. So I'm applying mine. That's still on test for me, that. Verbal refresh rate always on. Now this one. Off. Off. Multi-frame sampled. All these I want to put on, but I can't. Here's one. I'm sticking everything on performance here. I don't need the performance because my PC is so high. Okay, I'm going to try and run the game now, and then I will try and explain what I've done. Only if it's worked. Well, if it's not worked, I need to say, don't do that. This is the reasons why. Okay. I'm not using two streams. I'm not using two screens again. I'm using one, and that's my 75-inch TV. That is. Hi, Yos. How you doing, mate? Yesterday I tried getting back into the game, and all the settings were playing, but you know I couldn't get into it last night, so I switched off again. So I'm trying to get back in there now, and I'm resetting everything back to native, and then start pushing them ridiculous frames again, which people wouldn't believe. What, 1,000 frames per... Oh, I don't want to think about it. My belly is not left in my gut anymore. You know what I mean? But I also got to find a way to also do it on Discord. But the stream is the game and the stream is taking so much of the bandwidth. Sorry about the yawning. I've been having sleepless nights. Anyway, how do you enjoy looking at a black screen anyway? I had to keep talking to let know people say we're not in a black hole. And I'm making Death of a Spaceman priority. But I'm finding better ways to explain it now. So that's going to be my campaign. But I've got to get everything done for the VR too. The VR can take a step back for a little while. Because if you can't stream, you can't play. If you can't play, you can't see. Oh, here we go again. Pepper, just shut up and get on with it. No, that's Yosa thinking out loud, but using my mouth as the mouthpiece. Okay, let's see what we've got. And it doesn't like me using two monitors. And it's still showing 15 frames. Now why is that? It's still showing 15 frames. That was a problem I had before. Oh, it's gone up to 54 now. Well, that's a progress. "60 frames. Okay. I'm getting there. Preset L. I do believe I'm in 6K. My main ambition at the moment is to stream at 60 frames per second. Because that's the best at the end of the day. I've just joined the game and I'm 20 frames. Being back since Free Fly started. Oh, I get it now. It's not my dumb PC showing these ridiculous frame rates. It's the Free Fly. Thanks, Yosa. I always knew I wasn't a half-wit. But you can come join me if you want. And don't chuckle in the background. They can't see you. I went to the dentist yesterday, and it says I want to have a crown on one of my front teeth there. So guess what? They filed it and they filed it and they filed it. It leaves me thinking of getting a crown. They left me with a peg and said I got to stay like this for 2 weeks. So now I look like a hippopotamus with 2 fangs coming from the side. Don't laugh, not funny. Oh, by the way, what's the sound quality like? Lost the scaling, where's lost the scaling now? Well, I'm up to 120 frames, but native it's showing 15. Now I know automatically if it's showing. Oh no, I can't play that. No, this is making me sick. Why won't or can't I get can hear you okay, but still have that fan sound? Okay, I hear you. Well, I can't debug 2 problems at the same time because then nothing gets done. I hear you with the fan. Bear with me with that sound for a couple of months, okay? No, I don't mean a couple of months, but basically the frame rates are stupid, okay? Okay, how's the fan sounds? Sorry, how's the fans noise now? Well, I've lost you now, haven't I? Has the fan sorry, has the fan noises stopped? By the way, yours it takes about 6 months to reply because of the way my PC is set up. I can't go in Discord. It won't work. The screen is very zoomed in. What? The screen is very zoomed in. I am in. Okay. Thanks, Yosa. Right. Okay. I've stopped the sound. I'm in 6K at the moment, if I believe right. Zoomed in, he said. That means no, yours is used to be watching in 4K, you see. But let me see, look at the point of view is. Where's the field of view? Yeah, field of view's okay. So the problem at the moment on the stream, you're getting 15 frames per second. Now if I want to improve that, I have to lower the frames per second. I tried that, didn't work. Watch. That means going into 4K. Now he's going to complain I'm in his face. Basically I'm too far zoomed in. See, the frames have not gone up. Drop the lossless scaling. To 60. Right, okay, what have we got? Ah, yes, yes, yes. No, see? The GPU is only using 40%. But this is all the problem now, I do believe, is in the NVIDIA app. But where to look for that now? It's not wise to play the NVIDIA app. DLSS Super Resolution. Ultra Performance. I can't find the right key. Go to 360. 360. I'll eat my hat if it's a free fly that's messing up on performances. It has to be the free fly. All the numbers are showing brilliantly. I'm at 350 frames per second. .700 frames per second. That's gone to 500 frames. And the 1% lows is 10, so I have to keep it at 60, and 60 is too low. Stay at 20. Bring it down to 30. Down to 120. Down to 240. 240. That's about the sweet spot, but it's not showing it. So the problem now YouTube is not receiving enough video to maintain smooth, as the viewers will experience buffering. Okay. So what does it want? Connect. You are not receiving enough video to maintain smooth streaming. as such viewers will experience buffering. They're not receiving enough open widget. That should be okay now. I can't get it over 15 frames. Now on my stream here, you guys, I'm getting 240 frames plus. That's good for me, but when it's coming through the streaming, you're not going to be seeing that, and that's where the problem is. I can get it all the streams that I want. It's okay. The 1% lows is about 90 frames. Can only see the top. Right, yours can only see the top left center. Can only see the top left corner of your stream. If you divide your stream into 4, I hear you, Yoza. I hear you. I hear you. I'm trying to think. You're only getting 25% of the top corner, I get you. If you divide this into 4. Ah, I see what he's saying. Let me see if I can minimize this, because I can see what's happening. I'm going to have to shut the whole lot down. Oh shit, I shut the wrong oh my word. What's just happened there? I shall log that in the bed. Ah! You see, I'm playing Death of a Spaceman. That takes priority over all over all bug testings. But the point is now, I have to go and get my ship back. Wherever it is in the verse. And I think I'm still streaming here somehow. But I can't see it. I'm not dead, okay? It's just that my ship is actually in the verse. And if I do believe, I should be over. Wait, first just let me try and sort this out. I don't even know if I'm even streaming. OBS is already running, okay. But I can't see it anywhere. It's showing it there. It says I'm still streaming. Do I shut down the stream and get back to my ship, or do I get back to my ship first and you guys see 25% of the stream? Again, I state, Death of a Spaceman is more important. I can shut down the stream and get back to my ship. I'll shut down the stream and get back to my ship. No, I won't shut down the stream. I'll show you how I get back to my ship. You see, I'm sorry, I'm in two minds here. You are not receiving enough data to maintain a stream. This is peeing me off now. I hope yours was on my same. If yours was on my same server, it'd make life a heck of a lot easier. But remember, when the game goes live, whatever you're doing, Death of a Spaceman is important. So everything else takes second place, makes it 10 times harder. But I will show you how to get back on the ship. Remember, at the end of the day, persistence is in the game. Okay? But there are rules. Okay? So like I said, I could cut the stream and start it again. But I'm going to spend the time getting back on the stream. I know it's only showing 25%. But Death of a Spaceman is important. But I want to show you how I do all the bug workarounds to get back into the game. And it does take a lot of concentration at the end of the day. I'm not going to try and join yours server because I don't know if he's on it. Let me just check, he might be on it. No, he's not replied, so he's not on it. Okay, here goes. I should go back at Orison, and then I got to go looking for my ship. Now I'm on the EU server, which makes it a heck of a lot harder because there's more people on the EU than there are on other servers. So that means I won't be claiming the ship, because that's the first thing to take note. Don't reclaim your ship. Is it tedious? Yeah, but my ship's got assets on there, okay? And then to reset it back up again, it's like getting a new ship, and that could take days just to set it up in the hangar. And CIG did state this is what we will be doing at the end of the day, which is true, but because they put so many things in the game, I was not on the server because I joined the game when you were not in game. You've been on all morning? Okay. Got you, Yoza. 1 second. Let me just have a quick look to see about this quarter business. Before I fly out there, I need to set all of this. This is all making me ill at the moment.
delivered to the following location. Please visit us again. Goodbye.
Wait, let me check where the ship is first.
Welcome to the ASOC vehicle retrieval system.
Yeah, it's still out there.
Please visit us again.
Remember, if I'm sticking by the rules of the game, reclaiming ships and all them kind of things is also included. Because remember, these things you pay for in the game and you won't be giving them up. Because every time you make claims, there will be a penalty. So what I need now is food and supplies. And I'll be getting a shuttle out there. Remember, I'm playing Death of a Spaceman. Those rules come first before anything else. I have to get back to my mothership as cheap as possible. I need supplies, I need food. But there's one problem. I'm going to go out in the Aurora. There's supposed to be life support on that ship. So when I want food or water, I should not have a problem. So what that means is I'll suffocate. So don't take the ship out, but CIG needs to fix it. That's within the limitations. I've done all the necessary stuff to protect myself because I know of all the bugs in the game, especially now that I'm playing Death of a Spaceman.
Your vehicle has been moved to our storage facility. Please visit us again.
So first thing I'm going to check for is food in my closet. Nothing. Now, at the moment, nobody knows where my ship is, only I do. So I'm not worried. I'm not rushing out there thinking my ship's going to be salvaged or blown up, because the Aegis can look after itself. So my main focus at the moment is getting food. But I'll explain to you again, I don't need to get the Aurora, I can use any one of my other ships. But if the game was live, there will be penalties. If you're claiming on your ships, it would cost you more to reclaim on the ship on the insurance, and it'd also take longer. The other possibilities, if you've got a friend, they can take you back to your ship, or you can hire it. It's like hiring a charter. But later in the game, which I don't agree with, you can backspace and you can go back onto the Endeavour. That will not be allowed. They have to work that out at the end of the day, you know what I mean? But remember, at the moment, because I've not died in the game, all my body is complete. I'm just getting myself some supplies.
What's new with you?
That's disco running in my ears again.
Nice choice. Good purchase. Have you been? I think you're going to be happy with that.
Right, okay. I now need food. We've only got bloody candy here.
Spent the last couple of nights plotting where I'm going to head next. Genuinely don't know where I want to go. And that's not even factoring in the Banner or Shan systems. It's pretty exciting.
Good
though.
purchase. Nice choice. I think you're going to be happy with that. Smart buy.
So, tell me a bit about what's going on.
Okay. Well, like I said, I can hire a shuttle. That means renting a ship, which would be the best option because there's no penalty, because the hire purchase company or the leasing company would take back the ship. Secondly, I could get a friend to take me back and give me whatever, okay? But I'm going to be using one of my Auroras, okay, which needs repairing. And like I said, that won't be left in space because I'm in the Icarus, and the Icarus can store the Aurora. I still haven't fixed the frame issues just yet. Remember, what matters to me is that I get back to the mothership.
Vehicle retrieval system.
Hey, wait a minute. I've got ships on the deck. That means I can't do repairs until these ships have been sank. Basically, what's happened, if you've got ships on the landing pad, I can't do any repairs on that particular deck until refuel, rearm and repair comes into the game. Now remember, the reason I know all this is because I'm doing Death of a Spaceman. So all these take into account. As you can see, if you look carefully, there are 2 ships out there. Alright? Now these 2 ships are too big to fit on the Icarus. Alright? The only ship that can fit on the Icarus is the Aurora. And the other ship there. I can't take the Firebird because I can't drink food on the Firebird. I can only drink food on the Aurora. But the Aurora is bugged. But CIG doesn't know that. It's to do with the life support system on there. Okay? Well, this is all about memory in the game, because if the system's not all in place, you have to remember everything mentally. And when you get distracted, like I did just now, I logged out of the game, which I logged out in the game in the bed, causing inconvenience.
Insert vehicle retrieval system.
But I don't think I'm going to be able to play too long now, because obviously, like I said, there are other things in the game at the moment called background distractions that will make me do things proper, because I can't multitask. I'm only human. But I'll try and do as much as I can. I know you're chasing a quarter of the screen. I've switched up all of the backing things at the moment, so I can't monitor anything at the moment. So I need to sync the Apollo. And I've got to work. You know something? Before I sync the Apollo, let me just get topped up. I don't want to use all my reserves, you see. It could take me up to an hour and a half. You see, if you can see there, the Aurora is what I will be using. That needs repairing, it needs service before I go out there. All these will be in the game when it's finalized. And I know what a lot of people say, they won't be doing all of this, trust me. CIG's been taking shortcuts to get people in the game so people have forgotten what the game is all about. And that's what's killed the game on the whole of Death of a Spaceman. All this what I'm doing is tedious, but this is what was supposed to be in the law of the game. And I'm the only one in Star Citizens doing this at the moment, and because I've been doing it so long now, it's become part of the gameplay. So nothing is good enough at the end of the day. It has to be this way. And then you can get people complain it's taking too long. It's part of the game. And CG keeps giving in, and that's what's messing it up. This is not a normal space adventure game. It's a simulation of what you could have had in real life. And there is nobody there at the moment to actually explain it in detail of what this implies. But there is something that can explain it of what it implies. AI. But who wants to sit down and listen to AI and all its flaws? I get it. So I have to sit down there and keep repeating to myself like a scratch record. AI is the next future of Star Citizens, and that's going to be about 2 to 3 years from now.
Welcome to the ASOC Vehicle Retrieval System.
I've got to be careful not to touch that ship. Look how long it's taken me just to get all my reserves, just to get back to the Idris. Sink this ship.
Your vehicle has been moved to our storage facility.
And I also need to sink the other ship. There's 2 ships on deck. This one here.
Your vehicle has been moved to our storage facility. Please visit us again.
Now both ships are off the deck. I can't take this ship because I can't get food, because I've got to take my helmet off. This is the only ship that I can use, and it can get me back on my shuttle without no price penalties. But as I said before, this ship has got a problem. Okay? Life support. It doesn't work. And life support is now in the game. You see my ship is damaged, it needs servicing. Engines on.
Welcome to Apollo Space Industries. Enjoy work. System check.
And I'm not going to spend 2 hours doing it by hand. Oh wait a minute, what's going on? Oops. Close all doors. The ship needs servicing. I cannot go out there in this state. The ship has to be ready to go out there. Whether you like it or not, this is part of the game. This is not a typical Xbox PlayStation game where you can just press reset. It doesn't work that way. Okay. Oh, that was noisy. Now I've got to open the doors so I can get the things working properly. This is not the way it's supposed to be. But like I said, at the moment, because the game's broken, you have to play within the rules of the game. This will now open the hangar doors and send a ramp up so I can service my ship.
Hi there. You still have a...
I am actually officially a multi-role bug tester, and it covers every aspect, even bugs you don't even know that's in the game, and it's not fun. But now I do these multi-role bugs not for CIG, I do them for my own personal uses now, because there are too many negative people in there at the moment. When you show them something, they want to nerf it before it comes, it's not supposed to be. And then before you know it, it's 6 months to a year, 2 years before they realise the bugs in the game. I could show you a heck of a lot.
There you go. You've officially arrived. Have a great time.
Yeah, you can show up.
Fuel is at 100%. Quantum fuel is at 100%.
And by the way, this ship has not got a quantum drive.
All right. You're clear to go. Take off. On behalf of Crusader Industries, I'd like to thank you for visiting us. Safe travels.
Now this is what you call searching. I've not been in the game for a couple of days. I can't remember exactly where my ship is. Okay. But this is what it's all going to be. CIG will put things in place so that can be done, because persistent is in the game. I've got to make sure I'm on the same server.